All righty. We're streaming live, baby. Live out of Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Welcome to the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, hosted by Byron Jones and me, Victor Rocho. Today, brought to you by the Sportscast. Today's April 14th, 2022. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sportscast and all your channels, YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, iTunes. Also, if you have an iPhone, please go to your podcast, a little purple, download your podcast there. Look for the Jersey Boys Sports Talk. You'll see our picture, my face, and Byron's face. In fact, I'm trying to do, I forgot what they were, best practices. Is like a sportscast. I was learning some new stuff today. Like, I'm supposed to be at an angle. There you go. All right. You can please go to and you can download the Jersey Boys Sports Talk, listen to the podcast anytime you want. We stream live on YouTube. YouTube is a good place to go there, hit notifications, and you'll get a notification every time Jersey Boys Sports Talk is on. The beauty about on YouTube or Facebook is that Byron does a lot of graphs and spreadsheets designed for like the mock drafts and just depth charts and so forth. So if you want to look at some cool items there, I think it's worth it. It puts a lot of time in. But you'll hear us. We're going to be talking about it as well on Sports Cost. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel on the Sportscast. Also go to my Victor Orocho on YouTube. You subscribe to my channel too. I have a lot of good work there. We're doing some stuff with the Latin American Professional Alliance. I am a chapter president over here in the East. Mr. Byron helping out us people here, and please subscribe. So we're getting live and ready to go. So I guess Byron's telling me it was kind of nice and hot over there in Philly, right?
It's hot. 86 degrees hot.
It's 80 what degrees?
86.
86 degrees.
Wow. 86, and then we had this. We were like Florida almost. Then we had turned around and had a thunderstorm right after that.
You had a thunderstorm after that?
Yeah, it rained like crazy when I was coming back from my mother's house in Jersey.
That usually happens when it's hot.
Oh, hot.
You like my little designer outfit today, man?
Well, it looked like a throwback from the 1980s Miami Vice.
Why you gotta go? How you go throwback? It's not. Does it look pink and like purple and all that? This is a
navy blue, but it's still
navy blue blazer with
no collar shirt
with a Brooks Brothers shirt underneath. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This is a Zegna suit top.
Do you have socks on?
I do.
Okay, I was just checking. That's full Miami Vice, young. So I'll leave you alone now.
I got socks on. I can't do it without
socks. Well, back in the day, they didn't wear socks on that show.
Well, no, that's a lot of guys I know still don't wear socks. I can't do it. I just can't do it. All right, so let's get into what we got going on today. You got some pretty cool stuff happening. So we are going to, first of all, we got to, I'm not going to bring it up later. Why do I have an older show here? Okay. Dwayne Haskins, bro.
Yeah.
I want a little shout out to his family. Do you know that I was this happened at 6:30 in the morning on the highway that it's on, and I had a meeting at 8 in the morning, like maybe 10 miles or less, or a little bit 10 to 20 miles. I can't ever tell the miles west of where that accident happened. So it happened at like 6:30. By 8 o'clock, at 8 o'clock, I was already at a meeting. So I was there I was like an hour at 7:30. It was on the same highway. I mean, literally the same highway. It's 595. That's Byron. I'm 20 minutes from there, right? So I had a meeting there on Saturday morning, and I went for 8 o'clock. And then I heard the news, and I'm like, I didn't see anything. It was kind of eerie to be there. You know what I mean? And what was more eerie is you and I, that was Saturday, right?
Yep.
Thursday, you and I were talking about him.
Yep.
You brought him up about Pittsburgh, and we said, hey, that's a good place for him. We literally had a conversation about the young man, yep. Right? And then that happens. I'm a little heartbroken there.
I know, my buddy, Glenn Richardson, was really close, with the family and everything. So, my condolences to the Haskins family. Glenn, grew up, the kid grew up around Glenn.
How did Glenn know him?
His dad. He knows his dad. He knows his dad really well.
Oh, okay. From Howard or just from?
I'm not sure where.
Because I saw the picture. I saw the picture.
The picture, at Glenn's birthday party, they showed, a picture with Glenn and him together at Washington, in the camp. And, to have something, happen, like that. We talked about him Thursday, just saw a picture of him, the week before, at, the birthday party. And, it's just awful. A guy, but, he's 24 years old and, things were, I thought, they were looking good for him, as far as, with Pittsburgh, even though they did sign a quarterback, but, it's awful. My condolences, his dad, his mom, his sister, and it's awful. It still bothers me, a young kid, that age, just a tragic, accident.
It's just what baffles me is that there's just so many different versions of the story. And it's frustrating, right? Like one story is he runs out of gas, so he's crossing 595. By the way, 595 is like 287 in Jersey, except for how 287 like curves a lot. Yeah. This is a straight interstate, okay, and really wide. So they're flying, right? And so and then the next one was he was running on it. I can't imagine I've never seen anybody train on there. And then he was trying to cross. I mean, no matter what happened, it was still tragic. It just baffles me. Like, I just that there's so many stories. Nobody can get the damn story right, other than
people, now at this point people just need to lead the story along. Whatever it happened. It's awful. What happened. This family needs to live with the fact that their loved one, his wife, he's married, and
just got married.
And they have to go through this. Whatever happened, it happened. And it's awful. It's awful to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's awful for any young. I mean, the West Point. It's just too much. It baffles the mind. Anyways, well, God bless the family, the Haskins family, and everybody associated with all the organizations, and now he's tossing football with God up, for those who believe in a higher power, and again, it's just sad. It was at him. All right, so now let's get going. What do you got? You got Giant stuff you said you have, right?
Yes, I do.
What do you got?
Do we have the?
I have the draft, mock draft. The mock draft has Giant stuff on it.
Yeah, it has a bunch of stuff on there. If you looked at it.
All right. Nah, I don't look at it.
Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, why would I look at it when you refuse to put it into Google Docs?
Whatever, man.
So I have to open an email, look at this thing. I gotta reformat it. Someone would think, man, that boy, he can make pivot tables and everything, bro. But I do appreciate everything that you do with it. I'm just saying.
Go to the bottom.
Okay, hold on. All right. So for our listeners, we're looking at the NFL. I'll tell you what we're looking at. I'm going to the bottom.
Keep going.
Right,
keep going. Mm-hmm. Right there. What are the Giants? We're gonna work from the bottom up.
All right. So here's a poll question. Ooh, what happened here? Okay, hold on a second. All right, I got somebody here. I'm reaching. What's up, fellas? Justin Riley. What's up, my friend? We miss you. When you can come on the show, Justin. Let's see how you doing. How are you doing, Justin? We gotta talk, man, because what's his name is up for a contract here, no? Byron? They're waiting on Jackson, no? Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, he's got one more.
Oh, yeah, the Baltimore Ravens,
yeah. They told him he can get a big bag of money, so we're going to hear about you.
And the best thing about it, he's his own agent, so he doesn't have to get anybody.
His mother's his agent. No,
that's even better. That's even better.
His mom's his agent.
Mom's gonna make sure her son gets paid.
Hey, you know what? It's got to be pretty funny though. Can you imagine trying to negotiate with the mother in a room. Like, you want to be all tough and stuff, but now you're negotiating with the moms. That's got to be hard, bro.
So you really can't say anything real negative because the mom is don't be talking about my baby. Don't talk about my baby.
Remember Patrick Mahomes' mom told him to don't call him Pat, call him Patrick.
His name is Pat. That's right. His name.
Imagine you're in a room negotiating with Patrick Mahomes. He goes, well, look, what we want to do with Pat. No, that's not his name. No, how are you going to negotiate a contract if you don't know his right name? His name is Patrick.
His name is Patrick because that's what his mother said.
Yeah, exactly. So now Lamar Jackson's mom is just, that is awesome. I'll tell you that. I just think that's awesome. All right. So what do you got? Okay. So here's our poll. What we're looking at, our fans out there. By the way, we're up to over 500 subscribers. We need to grow because some of our fellow co-hosts, we took a lead on them, but they haven't been around as long. They got a big following. They're jumping quick. So we need Rodenberg and Uncle Nick and all these guys to start passing out our show. We still got to stay number one. I want to be number one in our spot. Now, granted, they got a big following on their social media stuff, but we got to make sure we change that, Byron. So, all right, what are the Giants' biggest needs is the question, right? Offensive tackle, edge rush, a tight end, a center, a safety, cornerback, defensive line, running back. Okay, so we should have had Santiago post that out. What are their Giants' biggest needs? You want to put them in order?
What have I been telling you?
Well, if I had to pick right off the bat, I'm going to say I'm going to be offensive tackle. Second would be the center. But I thought we had a pretty decent center last time we looked.
Well, they did sign a guy, but he's only a 1-year contract. Feliciano from the Buffalo Bills, they signed him 1 year. He's just a stopgap. But if you can get better, always try to do better.
Right. So, right now we need line, right? We need offensive line. That's the bottom line. We need a line that can be around for a good, 4 to 5 years.
We need a good line so Daniel Jones will be a star, like I keep saying.
We need a line just for anybody to be something back there.
Daniel Jones is a star. Come on, say it. Say it with me.
It ain't gonna happen. Not yet. I mean, if he is, I ain't gonna wish against him. That's for sure. I just you already believe he's gonna be a star, and I hope he is. But yeah, I'm not convinced what I saw. So all right. So I think we need. Okay. So what do you think? Offensive tackle. I would say
offensive tackle. So you got the kid from North Carolina State.
So this is why you should be watching this. Offensive tackle number 1. I would say center 2 or no?
Yeah, always fix the line 2. Number 2.
Number 2 would be center?
Number 2 would be center.
The 3 for me would be an edge rusher.
Edge rusher.
All right. We're on the same page on this one. Number 4.
Or defensive line.
All right. Yeah, we're going to get an edge rusher, defensive line. And then for me, 5 would be tight end.
Yeah, 5 tight end. Yeah.
Only because, man, I think we've always been successful when we've had a good tight end, right? And then we've just had somebody to produce. I guess Ingram was a tight end, but for me, I never bought Ingram. I didn't think of Ingram as a tight end. I just thought him as this big receiver, like just big receiver.
Well, he proved that, and now he took his talents to Jacksonville. So, see you around
later. I don't think we need we could always use a cornerback.
Because you have to quarterback. Because you have to remember, they're probably going to trade Bradbury either before the draft or after the draft. If they trade him before the draft, they're going to need somebody to replace him.
I would say running back is last, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that's as big of an issue as the cornerback and safety. I'd go to cornerback. Well, for me, what are we picking number 5? Tight end or
tight end?
Yeah, okay, 5. Cornerback is 6. Safety 7. Running back 8. So that is in the order that we feel, Jersey boys, Victor and Byron feel that the Giants are in their biggest needs. So with that said, that's going to walk us into the mock draft, no?
Just go back to the top.
All right, so we're going to when he says the top, it's because we're going to his spreadsheet that's all over the place.
It's not all over the place, it's in order.
Yeah, it's in order. I'm starting from the bottom to go to the top. Well, it sounds like the song. I'm starting from the bottom, going to the top. All right, so what do we got here? All right, so we got the draft. Has anything changed from your last draft?
A couple things have changed.
All right, so let's talk about the changes so we don't go through all these things. With the Giants, you like this. Well, I'll take an Alabama tackle anytime. So if we can get him, that would be awesome.
Well, the only reason
wait a second, the quarterback is gone, huh? You dropped the quarterback.
Dropped like a rock.
Why? What happened?
Because for some reason he just, I'm hearing things, and the things I'm reading that he's going to, like Malik Willis is going to need more seasoning. He's not one of those guys like Kenny Pickett that I got at number 7 is like more like pro ready than Malik Willis. Malik Willis is going to have to sit a little bit and then throw him out to the wolves. But, you put him in right now without him getting a little season, it won't be good. But Kenny Pickett is ready.
He dropped big because you had him at 6 last week.
Yeah.
He dropped fast. So those
like a rock.
Yeah, so those of you that are listening, so we got Jaguars, Trevon, defensive lineman, Georgia, always Georgia boy. We got Michigan edge rusher, Lions, Texans, offensive tackle, the Jets. I thought the Jets, what happened to, what's his name? The next LT. Why'd you move the next LT out?
We're going to talk about Kayvon Thibodeau. We'll talk about him in a few minutes.
But wait a second. He's the next LT. How can the next LT go lower?
Well, because it's a need because with the Jets, right? This is my opinion. The Jets, because the Salah, he was a defensive coach when he was with the 49ers. He's the head coach of the Jets now. And when Seattle was Seattle, what they have on defense? They had taller cornerbacks. Richard Sherman's pretty tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3" quarter. And I figured if they want to mold that kind of defense where the Seattle or 49er kind of defense, they're going to need that size corner. And the kid from Cincinnati, Ahmad Green, but Gardner is that size. He's 6'3", 190 pounds. He's tall corner, and he's the best corner in the whole draft. And I figured, mold your defense that you would need this kind of guy, to play corner, shut down corner.
Where is Joe Capraro? Where's my phone? I gotta get Joe Capraro on the phone. All right. Let me see if I can get him on the phone. All right, so go ahead. So apparently you don't believe if the Jaguars draft anything other than an offensive lineman. At number 1, Lawrence should go on strike. Draft Evan O'Neal. That's what Justin says.
He said what?
Draft Evan Neal.
Yeah, that's the one we got. Evan Neal, Alabama.
No, he's saying that the Jaguars their only pick they should have is an O-lineman for Lawrence.
No, because they just signed Cam Robinson is already the left tackle there now.
Right.
He had like what do you call it? I can't think of it now. Where restructured his deal or whatever, and like the last 2 years of franchise him. They franchised him like the last 2 years. So he just signed his tender. He's the left tackle right now. They already have Walker Little, the guy that they drafted from, I think it was from Stanford, is there. And they have another Taylor Lewan, or one of those guys from Michigan, a Michigan guy, I think, is the other right tackle. So they're already set with tackles at Jacksonville. They don't have to draft another tackle because where are you going to put them? If you already got these two guys on one side, the right side, and you got, Cam Robinson is signed to play the left side, where are you going to put Evan Neal?
Well,
defense.
He's saying Evan Neal can play any position, Justin, and he's saying that they got to overhaul other than Cam Robinson. He thinks they got to overhaul the whole line.
No, they're set pretty much with the guys that they have at tackle.
Joe's not answering.
I wonder why. He's busy.
He's got to be doing something because the next LOT. Hey, I'm in the car. I'm gonna call in.
Then you got Evan Neal is 6'7", 340 pounds. You're not going to draft him at number 1 to play him at guard. Not going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! I just got. He goes. Joe said he's in the car. That's what's happening here. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him to. If I can copy this here. me copy this for him so I can. Okay, keep going.
And that's why Evan Neal is not going to go. Well, I ain't going to guarantee it, but number one to play guard now. They have Cam Robinson's the one tackle. They already have, two tackles. I think they signed. Somebody for a guard, like Brandon Sheriff or somebody. They signed the play guard down there. So why would you, spend the capital, a number one pick, to put him at guard? Ain't happening.
They're saying Seth Lawrence got destroyed last year. It's true. Lawrence, I mean, they're going to ruin another guy. Nah. It's got to be tough being a number one. Well, look at Burrows. But I mean, being number one, it goes such a bad team, man.
But back in the day, David Carr, when he played with the Houston Texans, he almost got killed playing down there. Man, they blamed everything on. He got sacked 75 times in 1 year.
And I like that kid coming out of college, man.
Yeah, David Carr. Yeah, it's Derek is with the Raiders. David is the one that played with the Giants.
Oh, he's saying that he goes. He doesn't like your anti-Alabama attitude. Is what Justin.
Justin, let it go, man.
Justin, how can you say that? We want him on the Giants. Why would I? That's
I want him on the Giants. We need a right tackle.
That is, Justin. I love you, and I understand. Maybe you're saying that for Jacksonville, but you don't even like Jacksonville. And the fact that we want him on the Giants, how can we be anti-Alabama? The first thing we said is, I'll take an SEC, but I'll take an Alabama Georgia boy anytime.
Anytime, all day long.
All day, I'll take Alabama, Georgia. Either one of those guys, because I know they're going to produce. I mean, they're pretty much, those teams are pro teams. Look what they did in the top four. So we want Evan O'Neal, man. I just don't need them to do it.
Why you gonna sit there and he's gonna come with this anti-Alabama stuff? Come on, man.
We give you nothing but love. All right. So who else did you drop? I can't believe you dropped that Malik guy so bad.
Oh shoot! He dropped like a rock.
He dropped bad from number 6
all the way to the Saints.
Okay,
all the way to the Saints.
I just got to tell Joe that so I'm joking, sir. Laugh out loud. I know you are, Justin. Justin, the thing is that, what's his name? Thibodeau?
Yeah.
One of our co-hosts, Joe Caprow, mentioned that this guy Thibodeau is going to be the next Lawrence Taylor. And we had him at number 4 for the Jets. And now he's not even in the top. You got Kavant. You got us taking Thibodeau?
Yes.
So we may get the next LT?
No. You want to talk about him now? The stuff I have about this kid right now.
Wait a sec. Okay, but am I miss? I'm not missing anything, right? That same Kavant Thibodeau is the same one that
was with the Jets
is going to be the next LT. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm just making sure, right, that we're on the same. Because remember, I have you picked. We picked NFC East. Who picked Detroit to win the division? Was that John? Thibodeau, the next LT. Somebody picked Detroit to win the division. So now, I gotta go remember which one that was. All right, so we got Thibodeau. Guy, tell me about Thibodeau. Why did Thibodeau drop? And why do you think we're gonna get it?
This is the problem.
As Capral says,
I'm getting ready to beat him up. So I'm gonna beat the poor kid up, even because this was early in the week when I was looking at this. And I did a little bit more research. Do you know who his agent is? The agency he signed with?
I don't know, LeBron's?
Yes.
Figures.
He did. And the Giants, they brought him up for a visit, recently, as far as to talk to him and get him in, and like look him in the eye, and talk to him. For some reason, this kid is more interested in, I'm going to get ready to beat him up, in his brand. And he hasn't taken a snap or anything in the NFL, and he's more concerned, as far as he even has a thing out there where you can hire him for to speak.
Does he know that he's out of college? So isn't that the NIL thing? I mean, like he doesn't really need to. Justin's saying he doesn't like his attitude. He says that this kid gives effort only when he wants to, wanted to.
Which is true.
Yeah, he doesn't go out all the time.
But guess what?
Yeah.
And I say we might get him, but it might change. And he reminds me of another guy that we already have, Mr. Tony, who's more concerned with A young Joker, is more concerned with his brand and as far as getting on the football field. And I'm hoping that this kid, is not like, I would love to see him come. He's talented, but we don't need another one that's more interested in his brand or whatever else, because he's playing. If you're playing in New York City, and if you're playing in New York City, you are playing in the mecca of news. If you're a star like LT, I'm not saying he's going to be LT, but if you're a star, it'll come. But
I mean, Strahan said the same thing, because you play in that. He goes, look, I've been afforded the opportunities that he has, and he's a pretty humble guy, because he goes, Gavon is another clowny. He says he's been afforded the opportunity because he played in New York. And by playing in New York, you get those extra opportunities where, where got Good Morning America. You think about all the shows he's been on. And obviously, he's still a great player, and they won a Super Bowl, and that all helps. But he does say, but when you do it for a New York team, you get a lot of extras with that.
Yeah, but you got to produce, not come,
I understand that. You got to produce. Time out. He's saying, though, you got to produce. You got to perform. You do all those pieces, but you do it on a New York team, and you're producing, and you're good. A lot of other things come with that post the NFL. Yes. You understand? You go do that for somewhere else, you're still, I don't think it's going to happen too much in many other teams.
Because this is what he did here. He had signed with one group, with Wasserman Media Group first, and then I guess LeBron and them come a call him with the Clutch Sports Group. And these are, but just think of some of these people that they already have on there. Alvin Kamara, a star.
Who does? Clutch?
Yeah, Alvin Kamara, DeAndre Hopkins, OBJ.
Who's LeBron's friend that made it?
I don't know. Made it where?
He's in the NFL. He's the kid that played with him, like in that in his story. He played on that like basketball.
Nico.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
He's got to be older. He can't be.
Okay. Here's some more names for you. OBJ, Cam Newton, Victor Cruz, and Serena and Venus Williams are all members that are all part of that agency. And what have all of them done to get where they are now? All of them have done something. He's coming out of college, kind of shaky or iffy or whatever. I hope he succeeds if we get him. But it's just that
man. I would love to have been LeBron's friend, because LeBron set that agency, and it's his buddy that's running it. And think about it, his buddy, his first client was LeBron.
Yeah.
Man, what a life! Woof. Can you imagine that coming out of from Amboy and just all of a sudden, shoot, boy, I wish I was your agent. Byron.
Yeah. But then the other thing is a lot of teams, because he should have been, top 5 pick or whatever. He should, going early. What they're saying now is because the Giants and, some of the other teams are talking themselves out of, taking this kid. And when did that happen before? Micah Parsons was the last one that the Giant, he was there for the taking, and they decided to, at 11, we were sitting there watching it.
You saw my face.
And he was sitting there for the taking, and what'd they do? Oh, he has character issue problem. And what is the kid? You ever heard anything about anything down there in Dallas? He was defensive player of the year.
He's only 2 years. He's only 2 years in the league, though, right?
So that was his first year. 1 year. This is his first year.
He's only 1 year in the league, so there's still time. 1 and 2. We're back to Dallas again, being the quietest I've ever. I don't think I've ever seen Dallas this quiet.
I wonder why.
Something's brewing. So, anyways, let's move along with this, because I won't go too long. Because
and one more thing, and then the other guy that the Giants talked themselves out of that went a few years ago, Laramie Tunzel. Remember him, offensive tackle with the marijuana gas mask thing? Yeah, him. They could have picked him too, and they talked themselves out of. So hopefully, this kid is not a problem child, and he comes in and performs. But we'll see.
All right, so you got you got a safety out of Notre Dame for the Jets. Let's go to Giants Thibodeau. Let's see what he's got there. You got Washington receiver. Let me see anything outstanding. Malik going to the Saints. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why not?
Because they got Jameson Winston,
Yeah,
and they got
yeah,
but they also got that multi-use quarterback that they signed.
He's going to be full-time tight end. Taysom Hill.
Yeah,
they moved on tight end full-time.
Man, but then he got screwed on his contract. Then
he's getting paid regardless.
No, because
he's getting quarterback money. Whatever he signed for, that's what he's getting.
No, but I thought I think the Texans would take Jameson over Lave at 13.
The what? Wide receiver.
He said a little boxes says that they think the Texans would take Jameson at 13.
The Texans need everything, so it really don't matter who they take. They have 2 picks in the first round, so they need everything.
Yeah, but I thought that back to the Saints quarterback. What's his name again?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Yeah, but I thought his contract was predicated based on the positions that he played. So I can't imagine that the quarterback, the more he played quarterback, the more he would get paid. I don't think.
Yeah, you get bonuses, touchdown passes, this, whatever. I'm just sure they're probably going to let that contract ride because he did sign it. But I'm sure he's making good money playing.
Yeah, no. I'm sure he is. I'm just saying to you that I wonder they had to figure something out. But Malik Willis at the Saints, that's interesting. I wouldn't think it would go there. You got you got Chargers to tackle. Let's see, Eagles edge rusher, FSU baby. All right, you got the Patriots. McDuffie. Is that McDuffie or McDuffie? An OJ McDuffie?
No,
it's not an OJ McDuffie kid or anything.
No.
Where do you want me to go?
Go down. Look at the one. Keep going. So we got to show Justin some love. Go down a little bit. Number 22, the Packers.
Justin Jameson Williams, wide receiver. Oh, that's what they were saying. This gentleman was saying they take Jameson at 13 as a receiver to Texans.
Because he's come off a knee injury, so hopefully he'll be ready. He probably won't be ready to start the season, but we'll see. And then
you got to mention a Tulsa guy in there.
Of course. And then the Packers signed Sammy Watkins too today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, so then you got boom.
There we go. Tulsa guy. TU.
See, Tulsa, Cardinals.
I had to sneak that in. He's big kid, 324-pound mauler at guard for the University of Tulsa. Another TU guy going to Arizona, like the other guy went last year.
You got the Bills picking up another wide receiver for Josh Allen. Titans, Georgia running back, a Georgian linebacker, Boston College. You got the Packers. Wow, the Packers got another pick. Offensive tackle.
When they traded with the Eagles a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I see you building up the Chiefs defense here.
Yeah, got to build up the defense, even though they're probably going to go for a receiver.
But why do you got the Bengals taking Devontae Wyatt? It's not. Why would they take a tackle over? They need a line. They need a
defensive line also. Because what happened in the Super Bowl? They lost, right? What do you win at up front? They need help on the offensive line and the defensive line. But I'm figuring,
but you can't have a superstar quarterback get sacked 20 times in the playoffs. 20 times in the season is a lot.
Well, he was more like close to 50 or 60 times over the whole year.
Right, and in the playoffs alone was 20.
Yeah. Well, I guess they got to fix that. Well, they've addressed it with a couple signs.
They better do something. They got to get that boy a line. That kid is too talented to be hurt. If they hurt that kid, it'll be a travesty. All right. So we're good here.
There you go. Right there. Keep going. Right there. There we are. The teams the Giants could trade with on draft day.
They could trade their. I don't understand.
Either they have a 5 and a 7. The Giants right now.
Right.
So just think down the road, because you got a 5th pick and a 7th pick. When you go to pay these guys, 4 or 5 years down the road, it's going to be a fortune. And then the Giants also have salary cap problems right now. They have like the bare minimum as far as to sign their picks. So by moving down in the draft, you get a couple more picks in this draft, and then hopefully one of these teams will give them a number 1 for next year when allegedly one of the better quarterbacks come out next year.
But why would they?
Bryce Young, Alabama.
But why would they need a quarterback next year if this guy's going to?
I'm just saying, just in case it doesn't work out.
Oh, so you still got. So he's going to be a star, but there's a case star.
Just in case, but. What have I been saying the whole while?
Look at Justin. Jameson Wilson. What's going on with this Jameson Williams? Justin's also saying they're going to go get him. This kid's good, huh?
That was the one that got hurt. He's the one that hurt his knee. That kid is good. And that's the one that was blazing fast.
That kid is good. The Chiefs. Yes. That would make sense for the Chiefs to make up for Tyreek Hill.
Yes, or somebody, one other surprise kid.
Interesting. All right. Well, there's our mock draft. There we go.
Here's all the teams. Let's go over this. All the teams that they could trade down with to get more picks. Because I'm gonna throw it out there again. Because Justin's gonna say something again next year. And I told you last week, Will Anderson Jr. is going to be the number 1 pick in the 2023 draft. Whatever quarterback's behind him. But that kid is going to be the first player picked next year, period.
And where's he at? Alabama.
Might as well throw that out there again.
All right, Justin, what's up with Will Anderson? All right.
These are the teams here that could possibly want to trade up as far as the quarterback.
The problem Seattle, with the Giants trading, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's go look what they got. Right. We already said the number 1 need is an offensive tackle. So why would I trade down and not get this Evan Neal guy from him? And not only that, wait, time out. Evan Neal guy. Justin wants him to go number 1. So shoot, if someone thinks he's a number 1 pick and I can get him at 5, I would not trade. I'll get that guy. That's number 1.
But if you got, say for example, like what we were saying at the bottom, all right, the Falcons want to trade up to 5, to pick a quarterback, one of those quarterbacks, right? What would they do? They're going to trade, I don't know exactly. They'll trade their pick. The Giants will get number 9. They might get a 2nd or 3rd this year, and then probably a 7th this year, and then next year, wherever the Falcons fall, in the 2023 draft. You want to get more draft capital. The Giants are a mess. They're a mess everywhere. The more people, the more picks they can get, the better off they'll be. And if they do move down not too far, they can pick another one of the top tackles, like the kid from Mississippi State, or Bernard Rockman, or one of those other guys. If they just move down a little, I wouldn't move down to like where the Saints are. The Saints need a quarterback. I wouldn't move down to 16 or 19. That's too far. Or even Pittsburgh, I wouldn't move that far down.
Justin agrees with what you said about the gentleman from Alabama. He says he's Derek Thomas 2.0. Didn't you mention that last week too? You said something about Derek Thomas, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did. You mentioned this. By the way, he mentioned Derek Thomas. You stealing his thunder from last week, Justin. Don't be copying our podcast. And Treylon Burke, where's that guy here? Oh, he's another wide receiver. Okay.
Big receiver, like 6'2", 225. Big receiver. Can do it all.
All right.
But here, so you see who needs quarterbacks this year. So it could be the ones that play 8, 9, 16, 19 with the Saints.
Somebody just signed. I thought somebody just signed with.
Can you fix my Saints, man? I spell Saints wrong. I just noticed that. There you go.
New Orleans Saints. If you're an New Orleans Saints fan.
Whatever, man. Saints. Let's see if you can spell it. There you go. So the Saints, I wouldn't go down that low, and I wouldn't go down to Pittsburgh that low. That's too far down.
All right. So we're good. We've hit this enough with the draft. This is a lot. All right. So let's get into Will Anderson before he arrived. He's been saying it before he arrived on campus. What high school did he go to, Justin? And thank you, Little Boxes, for coming on. I really appreciate it. And stay on. Please put in your comments and so forth. So tell me, why is Dallas so quiet?
You know why?
Talk to me. No, tell me. I know why. I want to get into that.
I didn't want to.
It's a talk show.
I don't want to say what I've been saying. I told you before that Jerry Jones probably has a couple issues, that he needs to handle. And the best thing to do, as far as not having to deal with, the media, on TV, radio or whatever, the best thing to do is just to be quiet. Plus, they're getting ready for the draft. So, they're a little busy because they're another team that's looking to move up in the draft too.
Okay, I know, but he's never been quiet.
Well, guess what? He quiet now.
He's never been quiet, ever. Dallas Cowboys, mailbag, where can Micah make a second-year jump? Dallas Cowboy News, wire, news, rumors, score. Let's see what we got here. Because I'll go to Fox Sports. Because if I go to Cowboy News, it's US Today. In-state, Texas two-step, in-state defensive dual interest Cowboys in draft. All right. Mike shots, draft intensive, back and forth at QB so far. The most important position to field has probably seen the fewest amount of attention this offseason. So far in 2000, QB news has been, why would there be any QB news?
Dak. That'd be all right.
Yeah, I know. So why would there be any? There shouldn't be any QB news. Dak
need a better backup, probably.
Sound a bigger deal than it probably was. Dak did undergo. Oh, he went under surgery. The words Dak and surgery, same sentence. So he had surgery in the offseason.
Again?
For his shoulder. He can never rule out, especially with McCarthy in the war room, whether he fully subscribes to his theory or not. He was on the Green Bay staff to draft a quarterback nearly every year and was with future Hall of Famers already on the roster. So they may be looking for quarterbacks. What are they trying to say? Yeah, man, that thing's too quiet. All right, so what's happening there? Well, Dallas, it is Dallas. What's happening in Philly land? Anything happening in Philly land?
All quiet in Philly, so that's a good thing, too.
All right.
Let's go to the Washington Redskins and their fiasco.
What is going on there? Wasn't there? What was – I knew I had something to – why would this guy skim? How could he do it? I don't understand. He was a billionaire at 34, or has he got a Ponzi scheme? Was he losing money? What happened there?
I don't have – all I know, what did they say? He was skimming money and wasn't giving the he wasn't giving the visitors teams their fair share of the revenue.
Right, and something about skimming money on season ticket holders.
Yeah.
And he was putting names in the name of like Roger Goodell or something.
Hey, that's how you stay a billionaire, man. Every little penny counts.
All right, well, oh my God, this is where we need our boy Aaron.
Okay, I got a question for you. Okay,
Snyder, go ahead.
Let me throw this at you. Just see if you remember. What did Robert Kraft allegedly do?
He allegedly had underage women in Miami.
Wasn't underage. Ooh, wasn't underage.
It was like sex trafficking. Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Well, I don't think it was. He had a massage that he shouldn't have. You got Stephen Ross. What is he accused of?
Bribing to lose.
Dan Snyder.
Everything.
Jerry Jones.
Mama, baby kid out, knew her litigation.
How are these guys? And the crazy thing, who's going to discipline these guys? Or figure Robert Kraft is over.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Hold on a second. They're saying that Snyder can lose the team, but he can still keep he owns the stadium.
Okay, but
stadium makes the money.
Put it this way, he ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna say that right now. Yeah, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do to him, but he ain't going anywhere because you have 3/4 of the teams have to vote him out. All those teams are, 3/4 of 32 teams have to vote him out. That's not happening. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh my God! Here, wait. Let me show you something else. Tell you something else they have here. Support LeVar Arrington. By the way, I seen him in the airport. That was the biggest most muscular dude I seen up front. Oh my God, that dude was huge. I always loved the team. I just didn't like the way the owner did business, and I talked about it. A wrongdoing from was found implicating Washington Commanders owner on the organization. According to letter written by the House Oversight Trade Commission, Commanders may have purposely withheld ticket revenue that was meant to be shared with the other 31 teams and failed to refund up to $5 million in security deposits to fans. Wow.
What does that tell you?
But you know, at what point when a CEO, I mean, I guess they're always at fault, but I mean, yes, he's a billionaire. He's got people running that stuff. He's not inside that day to day. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't like the guy. Don't get me wrong, but it reveals thoughts on Washington Commanders money stealing scandal. Shortcut to Carson Wentz. DK Metcalf trade. Commanders shortcut. Oh, they're looking for him to be a trade. That's interesting. All right, with some other NFL news. AJ Green returning to the Cardinals for one-year deal. They're saying that Kyler Murray may not play unless they get a new contract. Sammy Watkins, you already said that is going to the Packers. What do you think about Kyler Murray? Should he wait? Should he get his new contract?
No. What has he done? Just flat out no. When they did get a chance, and what they do? He fell apart. He gets hurt, and that's that. He's go play baseball. He'll be all right.
Well, look, man, the guy, but also that coach has a habit of doing the same thing, peeling out. So it's not just him. All right, so here's what we got here. They said the power rankings. They got number one. It looks like Buffalo Bills are number one. They were number three. So the huge contract given Von Miller vaulted them to number one power rankings. Number two, the Rams. They got the Bengals at number three. They got the Bucks at number four, dude. The Bucks are back. Were they really gone? Tom Brady's retirement lasted 40 days. The GOAT returns. Tampa Bay right back in the mix of Super Bowl. Condensed stunning reversal, followed by new contracts for wide receiver Godwin, Carlton Davis, Jensen, Fournette. They filled the need at guard by trading for Shaq Mason and addressed depth issues at wideout, signing Russell Gage. Russell Gage is pretty good, no? Who gives the team a legitimate replacement for Antonio Brown. I like Russell Gage. In the season, boom.
They still haven't replaced Sue.
Yeah.
And JPP. That's two.
Yeah. Well, they haven't replaced those guys. Did those guys go? Or they just haven't signed yet.
They haven't signed yet.
All right, Jimmy G is still around. They got the 49ers at 5. Packers at 6. They got the Chargers at 7. They got the Broncos all the way at 8.
Too high.
They got the Los Angeles Chargers is too low.
Too low.
Okay, so what would you? All right, Eric. Number one, the Bills. You agree? Disagree?
Agree.
Rams number 2.
Agree.
Bengals number 3.
Disagree.
I think that's kind of high for them too. Bucks 4.
Agree.
Oh my God, I can't believe that. 49ers are number 5. I'm not sure about that.
Disagree with that, but they don't even know who's going to be the quarterback.
I'm not sure. I'm sure about that either. They got the Packers at 6. I don't even know if I'm sure about that either.
They don't have any receivers.
I think the Chargers is too low. Number 7.
Too low.
Right.
They loaded up, baby. That's my West Coast team, the Chargers. Go blue. You say I got blue.
They got Khalil Mack, which is the guy you like. J.C. Jackson, obviously Herbert. The Broncos moved up to number 8. Where's John when you need him? I can't believe the Broncos. I don't know how the Broncos are ahead of. Think about it. Who's in that division? The Chargers are in that division? No.
You got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback.
And then there's
Carr. The Raiders.
Right. So they got them above. They got the Broncos. Oh, they got the Broncos above the Chiefs, right? And they're and look, it goes back to what I was saying. Guess what they're attributing it to? What do you think they're attributing it to?
With what?
Trading a Tyreek Hill. I'm
They'll
just
be
saying.
fine.
Tennessee, they got number 10.
Too high.
The Raiders at 11. Cowboys at 12, too high. Patriots at 13. I think that's too high. Browns at 14, too high. Baltimore at 15, too low. Let me see if Jason...
The Browns might be too low because they do have Deshaun Watson if he plays this year. Yeah, but he definitely gets suspended.
Oh, the Brown. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You got the Colts at 16.
If Lamar gets his money, they're too low.
They got the Dolphins at 17.
I don't know why.
They got the Cardinals. They got the Cardinals underneath them. Oh man, I don't know what
The Giants.
Hold on, man.
That's a lot of scrolling to the bottom, huh?
Like Cardinals 18. You got the 19 is the Eagles. 20 is Minnesota. Pittsburgh's 21. Your Senates are 22. Your Panthers are Senates.
Whatever, man.
The Saints. The Panthers are 22, 23. Seattle's 24. Oh my God. The Bears are 25. Washington's 26. Falcons. The Jets are 28. The Detroit's 29. The Giants are 30. We're two drops.
That hurts.
The only two teams that are below the Giants are the Jacksonville and Houston. I cannot believe that they got.
My God, it can't be that bad. Oh my
Detroit, God! They got Detroit. They got the Jets above us. Oh, that's.
That hurts, man. They're real. Daniel Jones is gonna be a star. Saquon is gonna have a comeback here. That hurts.
That is painful. Painful. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say. If we go with the draft picks and we don't start picking, building the line and doing the things that we need to do, I
can't. What'd you say? Did you say go and pick the line? Fix the line?
Yeah.
You said that?
Dude, we've been saying this for like a year already. Why is it every time I say it over again? Don't say it's now. I've agreed with you from. You just did the greatest needs for the Giants, and we agreed almost on every position there. Out of 8 positions, you and I agreed on everything. I'm on everything. And the first one was what? Offensive tackle. Second one was center. Come on. How can I not agree with the line?
But, if Daniel gets the weapons, I'm telling you he's going to be a star.
He's got weapons. He doesn't have a line.
Well, his weapons are always hurt, too, so.
Whatever the deal is, but he's got the weapons. If the weapons aren't loaded, you still got the weapons, right? I mean, but you got a problem that if the cabinet, is not fixed, which is the line. They got to fix the line. So, that's the biggest problem there.
Finally.
How do you say finally? Okay, do you need to write it down? Today is April 14th. I've been saying this since last year. They need the line. You've said it. They start from the middle out. I got upset about them not drafting the line. I said we should draft a line. I even said it now. So how many more times? A line. I'm impressed that you got the Bucks at 4.
Yeah, that hurt doing that too.
I'm telling you, it must be something in the water. There was the temperature today.
The Schuylkill punch right here. That's what they call it. The river, Schuylkill punch.
Is that right? Yeah. Oh man. 10 wins, Vic. Greg, my fraternity brother, Greg went on Titanic, sank on April 14th. All right, so the Giants are number 30 in the power rankings, and the Titanic sank on April 14th. I really appreciate that. Thanks, Craig. My fraternity brother from Jersey, he lives out here. He goes. He's asked if the Giants are going to have 10 wins.
Who?
The Giants. Yeah.
I'll be happy to 7.
You picked them for the NFC East to win it, so they can't win it at 7. They gotta have 10 wins. They gotta have 10. You gotta have 10 wins to win the division.
Not really. As bad as that division is, you never know.
Yeah, and this year Dallas's schedule is not that baby schedule they had last year.
So you can blame it on the schedule now?
No, Dallas's schedule last year was weak. Was one of the weakest.
Yeah, you know why it was so great? Because they beat up on. I think they were undefeated in the NFC East. They beat up on everybody.
When last year?
Yes.
The NFL power. What would I put? Power schedules.
Power schedules.
Like, you know how they say that the strength of the schedule. Yeah, here it is. In 2022, strength, a schedule strength of strength of schedule. Like I said, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, based on previous year's record, right? So right now, no, that can't be right. I'm confused on how they're ranking it. Here, I'm going to share it. Byron, maybe you can help me out because I don't understand what they're doing. They got Dallas at like 32, 31. How can they have another week schedule? Was that last year or something? So here it is. Strength of schedule. Adjust for year-over-year. For example, the Tom Brady-less 2002 Buccaneers aren't as difficult of a matchup as the Tom Brady-led 2021 Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers have an easier schedule, is what it's saying? So I'm confused. What opponents' winning percentage? Oh, but is this season 2022? Or is this season 2023?
This one
22, right?
Yeah, but this is something different. This is based off of previous year. Let me see. Based on NFL. What about the one that says SOS based on NFL?
I want you to look at the bottom four.
Yeah,
it's the entire conference.
Yeah, that's bad.
Okay, check out more. And I'm confused with the power schedule, bro. Do you understand?
I'll figure it out next week.
All right. Strength of power here. Great. You want to go verbal?
The what?
I don't know. It's an ad pop up. NFL schedules, power ranking. Regardless of how you slice it or method, the Los Angeles have the most difficult strength of schedule. So
they have the toughest schedule. There you go. All right.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Dallas, look at Dallas. How can they have another weak schedule again?
Because they played the bums in the NFC East. That's why.
Oh, because I understand what you're saying. You're saying their schedule's weak because they got to play the three teams twice, right? But okay, but that's only 6 games. There's 11 more games. All right, let's see.
And then whoever else they played that year.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to you, because Dallas, the Bucs aren't as tough, is what it's saying. Last year's prediction, the Bucs are number 4, baby. They're gonna come back. All right, so look, Dallas Cowboys. Oh, why is this a mock draft? I wanted to see their schedule. All right, the heck with it. We'll run out of time.
I'll put 2022 schedule.
NFL 22 to Cowboys schedule.
Yeah.
Is it out already?
Or 21. Whoever they played last year.
No, last year was weak. Here we go.
Who's that? Oh, this year coming up. Let's see.
That's what I want to see.
Eagles, Bears. The Bears stink. Detroit stinks. Look at the schedule. Look at that again. The Bears, Detroit, Houston, the Colts, Jacksonville, Minnesota.
That's a weak. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
They play like what?
4, 5.
5 playoff teams.
6.
5. They weren't in the playoffs.
Okay, they only got 6, in my opinion, right now. 6 tough teams. Now, obviously, playing the NFC East can be tough because they're playing each other. But outside of their own conference, they only got 6 out of 11. They got 6, so 50%. Yeah, their schedule's not that tough.
No.
What's the Giants' schedule? All right. We got to play Green Bay. Minnesota's tough.
Well, pretty much. Hey, Baltimore Ravens.
That's a tough game.
And the Carolina Panthers.
Well, we don't have that tough of a schedule, bro.
Yeah,
Look at
we
this.
don't.
Well, we got Green Bay. Green Bay. What we got? Wait, 1, 2. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 teams that I think are really, really tough.
All right, go back. All right, let's see. Washington, man. What is that? Back to back. Let's see. They're gonna split that. That's 1 win. Dallas gonna lose in Philadelphia. Washington. Green Bay. They're gonna lose there. Jacksonville will beat them. They'll beat Minnesota. They'll beat the Dallas Cowboys the second time. They'll lose the Eagles the first time. Bears, they'll beat Chicago, Detroit, Houston, they'll beat them. Colts, they won't. Eagles, they'll beat the Eagles in Philadelphia. Titans,
Baltimore.
Panthers, they'll beat Seattle.
And they'll beat Seattle. That's not bad. So how many wins?
That's 8, like 8.
All right, so it's close to 10. It's close to 10, but I'm just surprised at some of the schedules these guys have. Let's see, who do we have? They don't play the Bucks this year, which stinks because that's the game I wanted to go to last year.
Yeah.
You know I'm going to Bucks game. Let's see.
Trader.
Huh?
Trader.
I'm not a trader. I live down the street. How many Giants games you go to?
Now, none.
You know. All right, so let's see. Buccaneers. The Buccaneers, Arizona. That's a tough game. Easy. Browns, I don't know. Saints, easy. Pittsburgh, okay. San Francisco's tough. Rams are tough. Baltimore can be tough. Cincinnati. Chiefs, Bengals. Their schedule's not that easy. That's interesting.
So, you saw my other little bit of tidbit too, just so you know. Sean Payton, did you see that one?
But look at this. This don't make sense, the schedule, though. Like, I just think they don't have anything set because they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 away games right off the bat.
To be determined.
No, it's at. See, it says at.
Maybe in Minnesota State, they ain't got that many away games.
There's no way they can have that many away games right off the bat. But at least, I may go see these Rams. I may go see them against the Rams. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Okay, all right.
No, the Bengals. I'm definitely going to go see the Bengals. I want to see Burrow. Oh, and the Chiefs. Oh, my God. That's going to
make up your mind.
I don't know. All right, man. So we're wrapping this up. I'd like to take Greg, the little boxes. Justin, thank you for coming on. Greg, welcome back, man. That's been traveling. Hope Italy's doing well for you. All right, Byron. We're gonna bring this home right now. So again, blessings out to the Haskins family and everyone there. The people in Ukraine. It's just sometimes things we think we got it tough, and everybody's worst day is somebody else's great day, right? So the way we look at it. So just keep that in mind and keep whatever higher power you pray to, or keep people in your prayers and wish good things. And we always want to end our show with some gratitude towards our first responders and our nation's military with the Gary Sinise Foundation. That's Gary, Gary, Sinise, Sinise Foundation.org. Freedom, security, and precious gifts that we as Americans should never take for granted. We must do all we can to extend our hand in times of needs to those who willingly sacrifice each day to provide that freedom and security. While we can never, ever do enough to show gratitude to our nation's defenders, we can always do a little more. Gary Sinise. Deep in your pockets, try to help out, do whatever you can. It's time to give and help as many people as you possibly can. Join us next Thursday at 8 p.m. Probably have some more special guests. I like to hear. Shout out to Joe Capraro. I want to hear what he thinks about the next LT. Joe Capraro is he has a show that airs, I believe, on Saturday mornings Saturday mornings at 11. It's called the sportsplusshow.com. So go check him out. We have a full array of the sportscast. There's a full array of shows right now. Let me just pull them up, just give a little plug out to my fellow sports commentators on our channel. As I'm pulling them up, Byron, you have any words to say about some people out there?
I don't like anybody right now.
You don't like anybody right now. All right, so let me go here.
Draft 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
What's 2 weeks? In 2 weeks? Yeah, I know, man. I've been wanting to go. All right, so we got Sports 101. I believe that's on Mondays. We got I don't have the schedule of all the shows. So yeah, you got to get me that. We got an NBA show going on as well. We got Sports 101. We got the Jersey Boys Sports Talk on Thursday. We got Aaron on Sports 101. We got a Hoops Talk, I believe. I just don't see any of the schedules. So when I get to the schedules, we'll figure that one out. Let's see, playlist, full playlist. You know that we got a Jersey Boys Sports Pass playlist, right? Or videos. Here, let's see. Here, yeah. Okay, so we got the NBA in preview. By the way, NBA starts. You like any teams in the NBA?
No.
You don't like teams in the NBA?
No, they shoot too far for me.
That's because you were a center.
That's right. Post them up. Post them up.
Post them up. Post them up. Well, the Heat. Remember, I called it. Everyone's not talking about the Heat. All right, so we got a lot of shows. We're going to get them listed out Santiago. Byron, as always, send out love and kisses. I saw a nice picture of you and your sisters, Jones family. Blessings to you and the family, and looking forward to talking to you next week and see what we have. We got the draft coming up in 2 weeks, so we may be doing that at Il Toscano's. I just wanted to promote it a little better than we have. But it's the 28th, right?
Yes.
All right, yeah, I'll be here because I'm flying out of town next week. So I may have Santiago fill in for me next week because I'm going to be at a conference. So I can't be in the conferences all day. So, but I will be talking to you soon, buddy. You have a good day and tune in to Jersey Boy Sports Talk. Peace.